Yeah, it took me almost 5 flash sales and here I have the Redmi Note 5 Pro in my hand. But जब मिल नहीं रहा था यार तो दिमाग का मतलब भैया बताओ ही मत। तो अभी जो मिल गया, चलो इसको अनबॉक्स करते हैं और देखते हैं अंदर क्या है। To the back of the box, as you can see, this has made in India sticker, which simply means it's assembled in India. Now let me cut open the plastics and seals. Firstly, we have this silicone case which does not feel like any other cheap ones at all, I gotta say. This is the first Redmi Note phone to get this one, I guess, and if you are listening Xiaomi, thank you for including this one. Next, we have the phone itself. I ordered the black one because reasons. Next, we have the user manual and warranty information. After that, we have the charging brick and micro USB cable. Note that this is not a fast charger. This outputs at 5 volts at 2 amps. And this charger is a little bit bigger in size when compared to the Redmi Note 3's charger, as you can see. And this device has a dual SIM hybrid slot, but do note that both the SIMs should be nano. And we have the USB to micro USB charging cable and a SIM ejector tool. So now let's take a physical overview of this phone. What a beauty. To the front, we have the whopping 20 megapixel front camera on the top, earpiece, sensors right beside it, front firing flash, and the beautiful FHD Plus 2:1 IPS LCD display. And this display is covered by 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass, but no mentions of the version of the Gorilla Glass from the officials. To the bottom, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, primary microphone, micro USB port, and the loudspeaker grill. To the top, we have the IR blaster and the secondary microphone. To the left side of the device, we have the SIM tray and nothing else. To the right, we have the power and volume rockers. And to the back, we have the dual camera setup and the fingerprint scanner. This phone feels quite a great piece of a build in the hand, I gotta say. Now let's talk about the technical specifications of this phone. This is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 636, which is a 14nm architecture based CPU, and yeah, it's much powerful and efficient at the same time than the 625 or 630 or even the 650. And you can read the other specifications from the screen. This display is sharp and colors are really great, and this is a 5.99-inch IPS LCD Full HD Plus display here. Now let's talk about the cameras. To the rear, it has dual cameras, of one being 12 megapixels with f2.2 aperture with 1.2 micron pixel size, and another one is 5 megapixels of f2.0 aperture with 1.12 micron pixel size. And for the front facing camera, this is a massive one. It is 20 megapixels with f2.2 aperture and LED flash, which is basically a torch. Note that both has electronic image stabilization for video and both can shoot 1080p at 30 fps as of now. Yes, there is one more variant with 6 GB of RAM and that costs almost 3000 rupees more. And for that you are just getting extra 2 GB of RAM. So that is why I have gone with the 14,000 rupees variant here. So now let's talk about the full screen mode of this device. As you can see, I am playing one of my YouTube video over here and we have black borders to the sides. Now you can pinch to zoom in or out, as you can see. And if you want to enable or disable full screen mode of any app, just go to settings, then additional settings. Now in buttons and gesture shortcuts, you will see this full screen mode. Tap on it and enable or disable full screen mode for any app that you want. And there are some bloatwares like Mintra, Microsoft apps, etc. But the good thing is you can uninstall them if you want to.
I gotta say guys, this screen is just amazing, and I literally have not seen this good quality of a IPS display ever, though I am not a rich guy that I buy every phone out there. But yeah, this screen looks much beautiful than ever. And if you look closely, you will see the borders of this screen is a little rounded on the edges, and that looks cool too. And of course 18:9, so you will get the most widest view possible in this screen. Here are some camera samples for you guys. Well, there is a lot of things to talk about this camera. I mean, both of them rear cameras, and the front camera is just amazing. So I'll definitely be making camera review of this phone. So hit that red subscribe button right here, and let's jump into the samples.
This picture of a building is taken in very good lighting conditions in daytime. I took this one while shooting this video. This selfie is in very low lighting conditions with only a street light, and as you can see, the portrait mode worked amazingly well here. This selfie is taken in very low lighting condition with the front flash turned on, and as you can see, the dynamic range is awesome. Again, a very low light picture with the rear camera. Yes, it was struggling, but I gotta say, it did an amazing job considering the price of the phone. This picture is taken at night in my room with one tube light turned on. And this is a portrait selfie that I shot in my room with one tube light turned on in the night.
Well, this ROM runs MIUI 9 based on Android 7.1.2 Nougat, which is disappointing for me at least, because Nougat is out there for what, 2 years? So I was expecting Oreo, but yeah. And in MIUI we have to live with old Android versions, so that's that. And I think Oreo should come for this phone really soon. Like, it's packing the 636 out there and it's running Nougat. I mean, the Snapdragon 636 launched almost 2 to 3 months ago, and it's running a 2 years old software, so we can't help it. And yeah, MIUI is optimized and stuff like that, but I would love to see Oreo in the future. And let me share with you guys my buying experience of this phone. I did try almost in 5 to 6 flash sales before this one. I don't remember properly. Yes, I was frustrated. Yes, I was angry. And even I thought not buying this phone at all. But yeah, finally I got it. You have to face it too. Like, if you have 14,000 rupees, you can't just go out there and buy this phone. You have to have patience for this phone. And here are some tricky things that I think are important to tell you guys. That the flash sale is officially happens on 12 p.m. but it's actually not. Here is a proof. As you can see, the OTP sent to me right here is on 11:59 a.m. So I don't know how Flipkart manages to do stuff like this, but yeah. And this time at 11:59 a.m. my order from Kurt was done, and that's it. At 12 it was out of stock. I don't know how they work, so that's that. This is not at all a review or something like that. I am just saying my first impressions about this phone. This phone does have good buttons, I gotta say. The buttons feel tactile and it's awesome. The build quality feels really good. Well, we do have notification LED and stuff like that, but yeah, the notification LED turns only white. There is no other color options, so that's that. It turns only white. For charging, for notifications, for everything it turns white.
There is no denying that the camera hump like iPhone X looks amazing, but there is a problem regarding this. Whenever you put the phone in a flat surface like a table, the phone wobbles, so that is a thing you need to worry about if you are someone who likes to use a phone without a case. And the phone rests on the camera glass, so it might get scratches if you are not being careful.
Jio 4G VoLTE calls and video calling and stuff like that working super fine in this phone. So I was just about to say in this ROM, but yeah, in this phone everything is working fine regarding quality calls and video calls, stuff like that. And the battery life, it's just amazing. Here is example, but this is not a full battery usage of me and stuff like that. I just used it for a few hours, and sound output via these speakers is amazing. And this is the only speaker grill which is present over here, and if you cover this side you can really muffle the sound pretty much. But yeah, it's loud enough, and it's pretty loud than the Redmi Note 3 if you take that on a note. And the audio quality via the headphone jack which is present in the bottom right here for this phone is amazing. Here are the benchmark scores if you want that. But yeah, gaming reviews for this phone will be coming shortly, so stay tuned for that. All the sensors are present here, like Xiaomi is very good at it and they don't skip any sensors for that matter. And even this time it's like literally there is no skip in the sensors. Compass, gyroscope, proximity, IR blaster, everything is present here, so you do not have to worry. And the processor over here based on 14nm architecture, and the battery over here is 4000 mAh. So the battery life you can already expect it will be like pretty good. So now let's talk about the performance. Here this phone felt really smooth, but I faced a little stutter somewhere in Play Store and stuff like that. But I feel this is not regarding the processor or something like that. This is regarding MIUI. So if we flash custom ROMs in the future, wink wink, maybe that problem will be gone. The performance, RAM management, etc. is much better if you compare to the Redmi Note 3. Yes. And here are some things that I want to talk about, these on-screen buttons over here. Well, before even getting the phone, I thought the experience with me of the on-screen buttons will be just pathetic. But it's quite opposite now. This is why you have to test a phone before you can say something about it. I felt the on-screen buttons will be just annoying for me because I am so used to with the capacitive buttons, but here the case is totally opposite. I really like these on-screen buttons, and even for normal tasks it's totally visible, and even in night you will feel like this is just a capacitive button, that's all. The experience is pretty good enough with the on-screen buttons, so no issues regarding that. So now let's talk about the fingerprint scanner which is present on the back, and this one is really fast. Here is a demo. And yeah, this device does have face unlock which works fine. Here's a demo of the same too.
As you can see, face unlock is working fine over here, so no issues with that.
So definitely expect custom ROM videos on this phone in the future, and if you really want to see that, go ahead and subscribe. I will wait here. Subscribe down here. I am waiting. So in my opinion, does it really offer the value for the 14,000 rupees? Hell yeah. But if I had to rate it, I would rate it 9.5 out of 10. But I would have gave it 10 on 10 if only it had a Type-C port, fast charging, and kernel sources released. And it should have released with audio out of the box. But maybe I am being too greedy here. If you guys have any queries regarding the Redmi Note 5 Pro, please feel free to post in the comments down below. I would really love to know your opinion, guys. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram from the description. So that's it for today, guys. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye now.